G'day guys, ChampChong here with a Call of Duty commentary. Now this feels like it's 2011 or something, but hey, I thought why not sit down and just talk to you guys and give my thoughts on Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, as you guys know, the new Call of Duty game this year is going to be Infinite Warfare from Infinity Ward, but they're also adding on Modern Warfare Remastered and completely redoing that game, and from what we've seen, it looks incredible. And I'm personally more excited about COD 4's remastered version than I am for this new Infinite Space Warfare game. It's just how I personally feel about this whole thing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. Because for me, and I'm not sure about you guys, but for me, Call of Duty 4 was the first COD game that I had ever played. Now, there were a few others before that, obviously, since it is the fourth in the series, but I never got to play those. COD 4 came out, a few of my friends at school said, you have to play this game. I went and picked it up, actually rented it from the video store, and I kept renting it because I didn't have the money to actually buy the full game. But I remember completing the story in like 3 or 4 hours and then playing some online and just going, holy crap, this is amazing. It was one of the coolest experiences ever. Now, I have all those amazing memories with COD 4, but the thing is, it isn't really a perfect game. I have to admit that. Now, it has its flaws. You have things like Martyrdom. Oh my god. If you guys remember Martyrdom, and especially also Last Stand, things like that were in Call of Duty back in the day that they've taken out now, you go, oh wow, those things are really annoying. But hey, it's still one of the best online games that I've ever played, so I kind of take that. I'm like, okay, it's a give and take thing. Okay, well, I'll take some Martyrdom and some Last Stand for this amazing game, like the rest of the 95% of the cool things in the game. But anyway, since we are on the topic of COD 4 being remastered, one thing I want to point out is that a lot of people have noticed is that a lot of people that go to play COD 4 Remastered probably never played the original game because they weren't even born yet back in 2007. If they were born, they were probably really young and didn't know what Call of Duty or video games probably were at the time, you know? They were probably like 3 or 4 years old, because a lot of the people playing Call of Duty today are really young. Even though the game is listed for adults or whatever, I would say quite a lot of the people that I find online these days, 9, 10, 12, somewhere around that age. And another thing I want to touch on is there are only 10 maps being made for COD 4 Remastered, and I think that's okay. It's maybe going to be available for DLC later, the rest of them, if they even bothered to create the rest of the maps, because I guess it is a hard job for them to do that. And then on top of that, they actually redid the entire like single player side of the game, so there is quite a lot of work on there to do alongside making a new Infinite Warfare game. And speaking of Infinite Warfare, this is the part of the video where I start talking about Infinite Warfare, because at first I was kind of like, oh damn, I'm a little bit worried about this one. I saw the yellow text, I saw the space stuff, I saw some thrush jumping, all that kind of stuff, and instantly, especially with that yellow text, reminded me of Advanced Warfare, which personally is the game that I really don't like in the Call of Duty franchise. Seeing that space stuff in the trailer, the thrush jump for that split second that was on screen, it just really got me worried. I don't want spaceship battles, which is what it seems like it'll have. I don't want this jumping around, boost jumps, all this kind of stuff. But luckily, I rewatched the trailer like 2 or 3 more times, and I was like, hey, wait a second. I'm pretty sure most of this is going to be in the single player, in the campaign, but I'm really hoping that it doesn't make its way to multiplayer and it's just part of the single player. Just like we saw with some other games in previous like Call of Duty games, there are things that happen in the single player, like controlling a dog, you know, and that doesn't make its way to the multiplayer because there weren't like dog battles. And if anything, I personally want to see this game to be more like Ghosts out of the newer games, out of anything. And I know that sounds completely crazy because a lot of people didn't like Call of Duty Ghosts. A lot of people didn't. I didn't like it at first either. I was like, what is this? And the skill-based matchmaking, all that was just a huge mess. But the thing is, I like the playstyle, I guess, of Ghosts, and I wouldn't mind seeing that come back into Infinite Warfare and see where they can actually take a boots on the ground game in 2016. I personally just do not want flying around and running on the walls, as I've said. I just do not want to see that kind of stuff. I totally understand the developers. They love going into the future, all these kind of settings, because it gives them so much more creative freedom. They don't have to license weapons. That's another thing. They can just create a gun that's similar to something that's in real life, and then it's sort of different, so they don't have to license it. And they can also just create all new sorts of weapons, all new sorts of kill streaks, all that kind of stuff that really doesn't exist in today's world. They can bring it into this futuristic world, and I completely get and I completely respect the developers on that side, because it just makes more sense that they get more creative freedom from that kind of stuff, but at the same time, it's not what your fans want. And now to my final topic, another thing that people are really fussed about is having to buy Infinite Warfare to just get Modern Warfare Remastered. Now this is a big talking point. Will you guys get that? Leave a comment down below. Will you guys get Infinite Warfare just to get Modern Warfare? Because personally, I will, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys will. I'm just really excited for Modern Warfare. I would totally pay a full price for it. I understand Activision, it's a smart business decision to put it in and bundle it in for a little more and make people pay that little bit more and get Infinite Warfare, because it would kind of split up the community if only some people bought Modern Warfare and the others bought Infinite Warfare. But this way, you'll get both games. It's a smart business decision. I'm not the biggest fan of that decision, but hey, Activision are the billionaires, not me. I guess that's what they do. They're the smart ones, and I'm just this guy on YouTube that makes videos. So yeah, please smack the like button if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.